arrangements, and then have there been any changes in your home?
There's been no changes in my home.
All right. So if you want to, you could let me see the refrigerator, running water, and then where you sleep at. Those dogs are outside, though, right?
They're in the basement.
All right, so make sure. Oh, that's good. That's running water. All right, go. You all right?
Yeah. What? Been covered up. Now.
It's called Therapeutic Foster Care, and so it's a voluntary program that parents can participate in, where the child stays in therapeutic home for 6 months.
Toilet.
Daryl would be the one, since he's under I'm his therapist, I would be recommending him to that program, so Daryl would be staying with the therapeutic foster family. All other kids are staying with mom. And it's a program that any family can participate in. No, it's not a family that necessarily has CPS involved.
I've never heard of that before. I can ask my supervisor.
And I can give you information for our supervisor who runs the program if you'd like to talk with her, because we do think it's a good fit for Daryl, and mom gets parenting skills and parenting support directly through the program, so he would still be receiving his own therapy and mom would receive parenting skills and parenting support.
Yeah, but I mean, that's between your mom and it's voluntary.
Yeah,
So we can
I just wanted to run it by you since.
Well, they're wards of the court, so.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, I've never heard of that program before, so I don't see why it would be a problem.
Yeah, it's relatively new to the state of Michigan.
This is the first trial run in Michigan. It started off in
Yeah,
Oregon, but his supervisor was there when we had the meeting with you.
Okay, so then
the supervisor was there. So
Mine?
the supervisor from over at the Canfield.
So then
I
what
don't
you
know if
can-
you're direct, but
No, I don't think it was mine. She was in training. So what we can do though, word is on the 28th, so we can present that as well to the
Okay.
judge, so they have no problem with it.
yeah, I can get, Julia had, the woman who ran the program had written up a letter for mom, and I can get another copy of it and it just kind of explains an overview of how.
Can you send it to me via email?
Mhm. Yeah, I can do that.
You need my email?
Yeah, I have it from our
Okay, cool.
group email.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You recording me, Miss Fritz?
Yes, I am. I'm recording everything for my own, cover my ass safety.
Gotcha.
I do have a heater running up here today, just so that you know that I have heat in the upstairs. That's Honesty's room. Her bed is made, but she does have some clothes still on the floor. This is in the hallway because we are cleaning like this. It's not normally.
Can I make a recommendation that's
Sure.
outside of CPS?
Mhm.
You know, you got the plastic everywhere.
Yeah, it helps keep cold air out.
No, and that's perfectly fine. It's my house. Would it be a problem to put plastic around there when this for your?
Yeah, no, I have a roll downstairs. I just haven't done it yet. I gotta get more tape at the store.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. So.
I did purchase some cheap duct tape, and it wouldn't stick to the wall. So
Like right now, it's somewhat cold, but I think if you put the plastic over the window,
yeah.
it'll trap all that cold air that way.
Well, I typically have this. I typically don't heat the upstairs when they're not sleeping up here. So
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I was trying to give you some extra advice. Yeah, whose room is this?
Chance and Daryl.
So this
And
one-
Daryl's got his blanket downstairs.
This one's not as like chilly in a sense, but same thing. As you put that in, you probably wouldn't have to work as hard with that one heater.
Yeah.
It'll probably warm up everything and keep it, out. But
Well, we've been sick the last week. Both they and I have had the
sinks
stomach
work
flu.
up
No,
the sinks
that's
don't-
hand wash. The shower works.
The shower works?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see, is there anything else I need from you? No, no other kid. Oh, did you ever take them to get the shots and stuff?
Oh, I took him to the.
It's funny you record me.
I took him to the doctor's.
Okay, so he still hasn't sent you back any of that stuff.
You want me to call him and just
I mean, if you
put
could
in
just
the
get-
request for records.
I mean, unless you go in and get it, then that's fine. Why you? I'm gonna ask him a question.
Go ahead.
You got 4 kids. You got Daryl, Julius.
That's Julius.
Julius. Hey, Julius. Real quick, do you feel safe at home?
Yes.
Do you have enough to eat at home?
What?
Do you have enough to eat while you're here?
Yes.
Do you ever feel cold? Not like right now, it's cold up there, so it's fine. But like when it's time for you to sleep at night, are you warm? Okay. All right. So, if you send me that information, I could definitely run it past the section manager
Okay.
and my supervisor, and I think that'll be it.
Okay, yeah, I'll
And
make
I'll
sure I
present
get
it
that to you.
on the court and ask them if that's suitable. I don't really care if it's therapeutic and it's the mom, the parenting skills
Yeah,
that she needs. But
yeah.
that's about it. The CPS worker, the last one.
I had a preliminary exam that I was subpoenaed to go to at the courthouse on the day that she was supposed to show up. So she showed up and I wasn't here because I was downtown at the courthouse. And Molly did go with me, Honesty's counselor, and Honesty, we all went together.
Okay.
So she can vouch for the fact that I only missed that appointment because I was subpoenaed by the court in regards to the rape case.
So how has the new worker been though? 'Cause I know you said the last worker, I found out last week or 2 weeks ago that wasn't showing
I
up.
have not, I haven't gotten anything from her. I haven't gotten any bus passes for November.
Oh no, I'll give you
Um,
bus
I haven't really spoken to her.
passes. Alright, so I'll give you bus tickets. What did they say about the furnace again? I know Miss
DHS
Lloyd was saying that she couldn't fix the furnace without fixing the heaters or something like that.
DHS won't cover the cost of a furnace because I have no duct work in my house.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, you ever plan on fixing
It looks like it's about a $13,000 ticket. So if I can get funding through possibly the city of Detroit now that I have the deed, that's a possibility.
Alright, so right now it's warm, so I have no problem with the temperature now.
Okay.
Any questions for me before you go to
Nope.
bed? Alright, any questions? Anybody else?
I wanted to speak to you outside.
Oh, you can.
Okay.
We're gonna sit in the van though, it's cold.
That's fine. It won't take long.
Yeah, I purposely didn't wear a coat because I wanted to see if it was actually warm in here without my coat. That's good.
All right. Well, I had to make them put clothes on because they wanted to run around their skivvies because they get comfy.
Okay.
How's school going? Daryl had an IEP.
Daryl, they refused to give Daryl his IEP.
You know why? What's the reason?
They said that they're waiting for a psychologist to come and talk with him. But that's been 3 years now.
And part of with the TSCO is that he would be changing to a different school, and the schools that I know that we have looked at for that program would actually probably be better suited.
To charter school
Their charter school.
outside of
So
DPS.
you're willing to do what she's asking?
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful program and I think that we benefit from it a lot.
Alright, so if you could send it to me like sooner than later, because
Yeah, I
I
can-
can put into my court report.
The birth certificate. Was it you had a copy of it? Didn't you have it?
Yeah, that's one of the required documents is birth
For her?
certificates, and I don't have any of their birth certificates.
For that program, that's one of the holdups.
I'm pretty sure we can get those.
With that, yeah, if you could, if that could be.
I mean, they should already have them because they at some point filed a petition, so that's one of the requirements. You have to have a birth certificate or request one, so
Okay.
it should be in the file. I just have to look through your file. You have a long file, so I have to look through that file. So anyway, if you can get that to me. probably
Well, you
today.
did say you were aware of my case before you were assigned to it, so.
No, I definitely heard about you well before I had your case. But if you can send that to me, I can put that into the court report.
Okay.
That way they'll at least read it and then it'll be on the record. And then if they have any questions, I can follow up with what you told me.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely email that
Daryl.
to you.
All right. So
Don't pick the feathers out of the
that's
pillow.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my vehicle and speak to Ms. Jones.
So we can bring in the parent support partner. Did you have any specific questions for me? Because I won't be in court.
So you won't be at court?
I won't be in court this week.
No, not necessarily now, because we're so close to court now. It was the beginning, I would say, just to make sure that is doing what she's supposed to do. But like I said, without me being able to see the progress, I don't know if she's not or if she is. I just know she's doing her business based on the schedule. So if anything changes in court and they say that they need mom to do something specifically, then I would just ask you, like, what would be her role in making sure that she's at least trying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's about it. I don't know.
Were you able to put the request in through the counselor for records?
No, because I'm just going to wait to the court because it's so close. By the time I get them back, I need to be able to just go ahead and move forward. So
Okay.
I'm just going to report whatever I have. If I can read the report, beforehand, then I could maybe talk to what y'all, they gave me before I go to court. That's totally fine. Another thing, who does not have therapy? I know it was two.
Chance and Julius don't have therapy,
So
and my concern was transport to get to Children's Center. But when Ms. Killups had a counselor assigned to me here, she just never showed up after the second visit. And she was supposed to be doing individual therapy for me, family therapy for all of us, and counseling for Julius.
So, Ms. Bryant, one thing I do have, so if we go to court and that's still an issue, if she hasn't obtained the counseling for those two children, are you able to at least help her get started in that route and
They
maybe
could, yeah.
supply the bus
I
tickets and all
could
that
have.
stuff?
That'd be awesome.
I'm saying because I can get the bus tickets all day, but if we're not going to move to the therapy appointments or she can't go for whatever reason, I just need to know that we are on that path.
So what I think I hear mom saying, I think her concern was if you had someone from the HC that was coming out to her, so she wouldn't have to go in. So home-based services, we all come to her.
Well, I was going to do that.
It's based on a CAFA score, so they were like based in the office where she had to go take them. So I think what she was looking for was if someone could come out to her, so she wouldn't have to take all the children there to the HC.
I mean, but whatever works,
No, I get
because
that.
either way.
Maybe now, if they did the intake, I mean, looking at the
That's what I'm
CAFA
saying,
score, they probably all would qualify for home base. I mean, I'm not a therapist, I can't speak to that. But if the CAFA score is high enough, then they all would qualify for home base. So maybe we could just set up the intake. That's something I
Yeah.
can help you do.
No, I
Yeah.
will
Okay.
say,
So we can
I
start with
did
that.
set up all the services I put in after the fact. They were all home based. None of them were outside of the
You mean the
home.
domestic violence classes?
No, all of them. They were all supposed to come to the home. That was my recommendation.
Because the lady that spoke to me when she called me about those, both the parenting and the domestic violence classes, said that I had to go there, and they didn't provide any kind of daycare.
Yep, so the ones I put in, they should have been all home based. And if you said you had took the program and you went through it and you said, Mr. Flynn, they said it's out of home, then I would have told them I need in home. I would have reiterated that we in home.
Okay, no, I wasn't aware
It'd be
of that.
unrealistic to have you running around the world with 4 kids.
Yeah, because for the domestic violence classes, one of them was in Taylor and one of them was in Southfield.
Yep, I would have never chosen to go out there.
Yeah, there's no way I could make it. So
Anyway, you ready, Ms. Jones?
Yeah. Actually, well, it was related to what we just discussed. I was just gonna, in relation to what you were saying about the services and the differences and stuff, we could talk about it here. But so, cause I wasn't at the FTM, so I didn't want you to have any misunderstandings about what we were saying, or I didn't want you to get the misunderstanding and think that we were trying to be difficult or anything. So the thing with parent support and wraparound is that it's a volunteer service. So meaning that, the parent says, I want wraparound and parent support, so I want them to come help me. And so at any point, mom can say, I don't want you guys to help me anymore. So because of that, we're kind of strength based. And so the difference from that and therapy is that therapy is like, it's court ordered. Well, she wanted therapy as well, but it is, at this point, it is court ordered for the children. So because it's strength based and it's an advocate service, we're only supposed to come from that point. So we're helping mom and we're supporting her as an advocate. So we can only give information based off of what she signed off for. So that's why I just wanted you to understand it. So that's the reason that it was an issue with the information that we provide for you. And
No
that's
problem.
why.
So just to clarify, because I know you weren't there, the reason why I had to put in additional services, and of course mom didn't do them, was because we have to be able to speak to the progress of the 4 kids, because they are court wards.
Yeah.
They're not your typical, these are my kids. Even though they're mom kids, we just still have that decision-making tool. I would say that little cloud, the CPS cloud, the state of Michigan. So we are responsible for the kids. So if something was to happen, they're going to say, well, the first thing they're going to put on the news is they were wards of the court. What did the state do about these kids? So if I put these kids, well, actually, I think mom did the children's center, which is great. But